Here I should probably recall my recent experience of participating in the Europe-Ukraine Forum in Polish Rzeszów. And there were some ideas expressed by the vice speaker of the Serbian parliament, and I do feel that to some extent they are also applicable to Ukraine. Serbia, as well as Ukraine, is expecting some accession to the EU, and what she said was that Serbians were expecting Europeization of the Balkans as a main engine for reforms in the Balkans. Same is true for Ukraine. We are expecting that Europeization will lead to the reforms. However, what we have at the moment is certain Balkanization of Europe instead of Europeization of Balkans. So it leads us to the situation when the goal that Ukraine has, which is European integration and which is now even adjusted into the constitution of Ukraine, is sort of flexible and changing. So we are still going to the EU, which was the EU 10 years ago. And the question is, will it be the same in 10 more years when, as our president expects, Ukraine can probably join? So that's the first problem. Are we moving in the direction of the EU, which is like strong institution, or are we going to the EU of multi-speed, multi-vector group of countries? So that's the first idea. The second idea, of course, accession perspective is also connected to accession funds, and that is one of the arguments which is used by some of our think tankers, in particular Mr. Filipchuk, who always says that without accession funds, Ukraine is on a runway, but without any possibility to fly. So that's the accession funds that provide us with the opportunity to move faster in the context of reforms. That's the second point. And the third point is, this integration fatigue, which is felt from both sides. And in Ukraine, we expect more from the EU. In the EU, Brussels expects more from Kyiv, but both sides fail to find some common ground and find some common set of expectations which would be attractive for both sides. And that leads us to the situation when those political forces which were promoting themselves on the idea of European integration may eventually lose the support of electorate because they do not deliver the proper European integration. And that would be the case which we already have in the Republic of Moldova, when the expectations were high, but the political forces that were using the argument of European integration just compromised the idea of European integration without delivering any progress in terms of European integration.